OMG, hey there, hey you. Are you missing classic YouTube? Me too. So this video is going to be very circa 2012 classic YouTube, where I'm giving you a full rundown of all the products I tried this year. Now initially, it was supposed to be one of those videos where it's like, you know what, product empties, but I was like, I don't keep a lot of empty stuff. That just seems weird. So some of them have like a count. However, I filmed this intro already and then sat down to edit and it was gone. So we're just gonna act like certain parts match up. Like I look the same at the end of the video as I do at the beginning because it's now hours later and I'm 50 shades of greasy because it's the end of the day. We can pretend like all the things match up and you can see what inconsistencies you can find. But before we start, this video is sponsored by no one, because number one, if it was sponsored, it would be ruined now because whatever I'd be drinking would be gone and thrown away. It was never sponsored, let's be honest. I don't film regularly enough for stuff to be sponsored. These are all the products that I have tried this year. Before we get started in this video, if you're a product junkie or a recovering product junkie, this is probably not the video for you. You may have a slight addiction, baby, and we're trying to break that. If you feel like you are one where you gotta try every new thing, I'm about to be talking about a whole lot of stuff. Why do I have all these products? Because number one, I'm a hairstylist. Number two, I do stuff like this. I review products so that way you know what's good, what's not, what things you should look out for. So just be aware. If you are not having issues with the products that you're using now, baby, what are you doing? Don't purchase a new product. Use the ones that you got. If the ones that you have are working, I don't recommend switching unless you have discovered, like, you know, these products just don't do it for me, okay? I'm gonna start off with the cheaper stuff and we're gonna bounce around from there. These grapes are so freaking good. I should have had them the first time around we were filming. I'm gonna start off with the Cream of Nature Pure Honey line. This is their shampoo. I absolutely love it. You can see it is down to a counter. If that was in your fridge, you would be ready to fight literally everyone in your house because what's that gonna do? It's not gonna quench your thirst. It's not gonna quench your hair. It's not gonna do nothing because there ain't but a counter left. That should let you know how much I enjoyed this shampoo. I don't know why my camera wants to act crazy. Like, my face is here. Think about this before you ever decide that you want to start a YouTube channel because, baby, like, why? But can it go wrong today? Yes, it can. It will. This shampoo here is like $3 or $4. Really inexpensive. You can get it from Walmart. You can get it from Walgreens. It's rather accessible. It's the Pure Honey line, and it works really nicely. It's very creamy. It is sulfate-free, has a very nice, rich, moisturizing lather. I absolutely love it. The conditioner is great as well. I've used it all. There's none left of it. And like I said, I don't tend to keep empty bottles. Don't ask me why this one was still in my shower. I don't know. The leave-in is good, although I do still have half a bottle of it left because I don't need quite as much of it after getting such a rich moisturizing lather out of the shampoo and the conditioner. If you've been watching me any amount of time, you already know I love this curl activator here from the same line. It is amazing. I have but in this one here. I'm gonna have to cut it open and scoop out because what we don't do over here is waste product, but there's quite a bit of product in these. It's 10.5 fluid ounces. I wanna say these are about $5 and some change. If you are one where you are looking for a curl definition, but you don't like that greasy feel or like that glycerin type feel where it just looks wet and drippy, like you have soul glow situation going on, you would probably love this curl activator because it doesn't feel oily, doesn't feel greasy, it's not heavy at all. It just gives you definition and shine. If you have finer hair, it fluffs up really well, but still keeps a definition to it. I absolutely love it. I've demoed it on this channel a couple times before. I'll probably do it a couple more times because I love that product so much. Moving on into gels that are nice quality. The Wetline Extreme Gel. I absolutely love it, although I do prefer it in the tub. The tub has a little bit more product in there. I just like the ability to scoop in and like, oh, that's too much, slap it right back in there because it's for me, it's mine. If I was working on a client, this one here is a bit better because you can squeeze out and it doesn't go back in the bottle. So for sanitary purposes, this one is great. Or if you're traveling, this one can be a little bit better. Not if you're flying, because obviously this is way too much product in here. If you're gonna get this, I would highly recommend getting it from somewhere like Walmart. A tub of it that is about a pound worth of gel is literally like $3 and some change. It is alcohol free, reactivates when you get it wet. I will say if you're one that loved the original on this, it has changed a little bit. I actually need something to drink, but I'm just gonna have to drink my imagination, get the juice from the grapes. So every head of hair that I have used it on, it still works on. It's great for wash and goes. Not quite the consistency that I like for slicking, because I like a really thick gel for slicking. I like for it to be thick like me. It is still a good quality gel. It's great for wash and goes, stuff like that. And it's nice and affordable. You can see it's not super thick. See how it's moving in the bottle? Okay. So it's thick, but not like thick for slicking. I like for my gels for slicking to be much thicker than this. It reactivates when you get it wet, which is a requirement for me with all quality gels. If I wake up the next day, I'm not looking for some eco styler type of situation where my hair feels gunky. I need to be able to mist with water and for those curls to pop right back. If it doesn't do that, it's not a good gel in my opinion. The other gel that I tried this year and absolutely loved was the Combat Gel. I've got the big bottle of it in here somewhere. This one here. So this gel here is not on the cheaper side, to be quite honest with you. However, I reviewed it earlier in the year. It was the green one thin. As far as I know, there's no major difference in terms of hold, all that. It's just the fragrance. It is incredibly hard to get your hands on. I literally have to set a timer when they're doing their drop dates, and then I have to hop on that website like straight away because it sells out in minutes. I have gone through probably, I think this is the third one, and I've got other boxes of it here, because it's a really good gel. I have to hide it from my preteen though, because she gets a little carried away. We'll quickly use half a jar on her head and you don't need that much. This is great for slicking. It's nice and thick. Like it's not going anywhere, okay? Like it feels very much like Blizzard, okay? It's not going anywhere. Notice it's still down here. So like it is a very thick gel, great for slicking, absolutely love it. There was another gel I tried this year. I need to find that so I can show it to you. I found the gel, but because people were wondering about this one here and it's so hard to find, a lot of people were asking me to compare it to the Edge Booster Gel, which as you can see is a little bit larger, but I think it might actually have the same amount. It's got the same amount of gel in it. In terms of price, this one here is not super cheap. Things I like about it is it does have a little spoon to get your product out. It is thick. If you use too much, it does go a little chalky though. So things to look out for. The only real downside to me with this though is the smell is so strong. There's also no color added to their gel. So it's not in the different colors and stuff. So if you're sensitive to that sort of thing, you know, that's good for you to know. So it doesn't have color added to it like the reds, all that type of stuff. It does have a strong hold and it is alcohol free and it reactivates when you get it wet, just like this other one. However, it smells like overly sweet candy. I feel like they need to step the fragrance down a lot. Child, I'm having more issues than a little bit today. First, my memory card was full. My battery ended up running out. So if you're ever thinking about doing YouTube or any form of content creation, I can just tell you, have backups. You're gonna need them. I should honestly have this charging, but you know what? It's already been enough mishaps. Going back to some of the more affordable gels, the Jamaican Black Castor Oil Protect and Hold Max Hold Styling Gel from African Pride is a good one. Pretty good for slicking. It is a pretty thick gel, as you can see. I rather enjoy it for my oldest daughter's high porosity strands, and it's affordable. So this one's like maybe $4. 18 ounces of product in it. I've gone through probably 5 of these this year. Now I will say my oldest daughter is learning how to style her hair. Like I said earlier, I have to hide gels and things from her. She goes through a lot of gel. With my youngest, we go through a lot of foams. With my oldest, a lot of gels. That one there is a good one. I have been satisfied with it. Let's chat on, I was really shocked by this line and I actually did its own review. I thought because of the name of the product that it was going to be like really cheap and just poorly done. I honestly still don't really care for the name of the company, especially being that it has its own name. So like it's Dollar Curl Club, but the line is actually called Maintain by Dollar Curl Club. I don't know why they call it Dollar Curl Club because it's like, for a bottle of this one here is like maybe $8. Pretty affordable for quality product. The smells on everything are amazing. You can see I have like, I just moved it so it looks higher than it is, but it's literally sitting like right there. In terms of product use, this is the shampoo. Absolutely loved this shampoo. It has a very similar feel to it that the Cream of Nature one does, or like Care Hydrating Detangling Shampoo. If you use that one, it's very similar. Both of these are to that there, but this one is just so milky and rich. It is amazing. It gives such wonderful slip, such wonderful hydration. I was really satisfied with this line. The conditioner, baby, need I say more? It's upside down for a reason. I'm saving this for a special occasion, but this is the Dollar Curl Club conditioner. It has been fantastic. The leave-in is nice too, but honestly, I don't find that I need it as much because I get so much hydration from just those two that usually I can go straight into styling without a ton of leave-in. The leave-in is a very sweet marshmallow smelling. It performs incredibly well. Also, curl defining cream, I do enjoy it. It's a little heavy for my hair, but like I said, I have fine hair, so for my oldest daughter, even for my youngest daughter, when I'm just doing some light slicking, things like that on her, it's great. For my oldest daughter, it's great for hydration. She also has a ton of density and high porosity hair. This one here has worked really well on her. And you can also buy them in a set and be able to save that way. But if there's links to all these different products that I can find down in the description box as always. That one, the Dollar Curl Club, is always linked because I was so satisfied with it. Staying on the more affordable side, if you have scalp issues, the Royal Oils line, honestly, they did such a good job marketing this that it felt a little scammy to me. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to fool with it. It's Head and Shoulders, like, let's be honest. But the shampoo, like the conditioner's not bad, but the shampoo, the fact that it's able to help treat itchy scalp, dandruff, things like that without drying the hair and the scalp out is what I love about this line. Is it the most moisturizing stuff you're ever gonna see? No, but it is significantly more hydrating than literally any other shampoo that I've ever experienced for like scalp issues. So I will say for that, like, affordable, it's great. I think this one's like $5 and some change, maybe $6. They're good size bottles. They also have a spray for like itchy scalps. Yeah, the scalp elixir. Don't ask, it's not in the basket, but it was within reach. So yeah, clearly I've used that this year on a couple of people whose hair I do that have scalp issues. It has menthol and peppermint oil in there for those that are just like, you need their scalp to calm down and they are looking for that extra coolness, especially because I live here in Texas. That extra bit of cool is amazing, but I don't typically recommend stuff like this for kids because that cool sensation can be a little intense for them. In the same vein of scalp issues, this one here, I did use this year, not only on myself, but also on other people. You can see it's been used down quite a bit. It's great for scalp issues, but I will say, like, it has salicylic acid in it, so it's great for things like seborrheic dermatitis. It is great for if you have scalp issues, but you also have like really oily scalp, things like that. It can be great for that. The times I've used this most is when my hair was in braids and twists and things like that, and it was just really itching and I needed to tend to my scalp. I don't recommend this for the hair. I recommend this for the scalp. So usually what I do is I either put it in an applicator bottle or I will just pop the top and take it right along the scalp, massage it into the scalp and let it sit. Then from there, I will use it as a first wash, like a clarifying shampoo, and immediately follow with something hydrating like the Giovanni Ultra Moist 2 Chic line or the Dollar Curl Club, even the Cream of Nature Pure Honey line, something like that, because this is going to dry that hair out if you just use this. Y'all already know, if you've been here any amount of time, you know this line is my staple. I absolutely love the Giovanni Ultra Moist 2 Chic. I always have. I need to re-up on shampoo and conditioner. Like, those bottles are completely empty. They've been in the trash, so I haven't been planning out a video like this. Shampoo and conditioner are always my go-to, so whenever I try something out and it does not do what I need it to do and my hair's feeling like, sweet God, what did you do to me? I go back to this line. This one here, if you have fine, wavy, loose, or straighter hair and you need hydration that doesn't weigh the hair down, this spray leave-in conditioner here, the dual action protective leave-in spray, is fantastic for that without weighing the hair down. If you need a bit more weight, their styling elixir in the same line is fantastic. I absolutely love it. All these are linked in my free hair care guide. They're also always in my favorite products list on my Amazon list or my Amazon storefront. This is their deep conditioner, which is fantastic. My only complaint is I wish it came in a bigger bottle, because let's be honest, like, this is maybe 2-3 treatments. We're trying to be heavy handed. We're trying to coat every strand, especially if you're working on a thick head of hair. Like, come on now. Can y'all make this bigger, please? If you're watching, make this bigger. Oh, if you're looking for an affordable line that gives great moisture and honestly performs well, I'm gonna go ahead and recommend the Dove Amplified Textures line. Now, at one point, I did a review on this channel. It was one of those product lines where when I was trying out other stuff, I simply forgot how good this line is. If you're one of those that feels like, Dove, ugh, I don't even fool with Dove, this, that, and the third, Dove has blah, 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 I don't care. You can take the Oregon Trail to hell. You can fly Spirit to hell, because I said what I said. This line is fantastic. The shampoo, the conditioner, this one here is the recovery mask, this one here is the curl cream. Like, literally, they're amazing and they're very affordable, especially when you look at all the other natural lines. Some of these lines, like Miss Jessie's, is it Miss Jessie's? I want to say it is Miss Jessie's, to be out here trying to charge $40 for a bottle of product in this economy. But for those who don't know, I am not one of those that's against silicones. I love silicones that do come off of the hair, and I feel like people be acting like silicones are over here stealing their man. I don't know what your issue is with silicone. I don't have those issues. It works wonderfully. I don't have issues with silicones, with oils, things like that. I just feel like it's the way that you use them and how you go about properly cleansing the hair. Whenever people try to act like silicone doesn't come off the hair, you're not using your products correctly, or you're just layering way too much stuff on there, or you simply don't understand the different types of silicones that are used in cosmetics, because silicones are used for all sorts of stuff, including skincare, which, by the way, the skin today is looking very glassy. This is not oil, by the way. This is sunscreen. But this isn't a skincare video. Lines that I fell in love with this year. Oh, the Doux Honey, their Bee Girl line. There's water dripping out of that one because I pulled it out of the shower. This is their Supersonic conditioner, literally down to a contour of it. The Ladies First shampoo, that much left of it, and then I've got another bottle of it here. Don't ask me why I didn't just consolidate these. I don't know. I don't have a good reason. The foaming wrap, the Crazy Sexy Curl. I love this one here. It gives impeccable shine, impeccable definition. It detangles. It works wonderfully on both my daughters, honestly. But we go through a ton of this here in this house. When I say like that line has been rather enjoyable, it is Black owned, formulated by a hairstylist, ran by a hairstylist. It is just a quality line. Speaking of quality lines that are Black owned, created by hairstylists, all of that, I've got to talk about the Ashley Marie collection. This foam, this has been my MVP of the year. I absolutely love this foam. It has very similar traits to the Doux foam, however, it's a slightly less crunchy feel. It still gives a lovely shine. It gives me that wet look, but it gives me enough flexibility to where I can still fluff it out if I need to, or I can leave it tame and it still holds for days. I'm talking like 4 and 5 days. Reactivates when you get it wet. It is lovely for that there. I absolutely love this one. Oh, I forgot one of the products in the line with the Doux. It is their Honey Curl Custard and the Bee Girl. This one here is great in terms of hold. However, it's a little too hard of a hold for me. For my oldest daughter, it works wonderful. It has like a flaxseed type of feel, has a nice light fragrance. It works rather well on her, and it gives a nice hold to her hair. But this is very much for that like wash and go type of look. This is not a fluff out gel because it does have hold. And I tried fluffing it out on my hair, and baby, no. No. I also don't have enough density for this gel like that. So for me, it was no, but it's a great line. For my oldest daughter, it was a heck yes. And that's gonna be based on density and the hold that you prefer. I prefer for my hair to be soft, flexible, movable. For my oldest, she has so much hair, we prefer a firmer hold that's gonna hold and last, where I can mist and reactivate and her hair's not getting bigger and bigger because her hair's naturally already big. Like, let me give you an example. Hey, Zan. Zan. Hello, Selena. Zan.
Yes, Dad?
This is my youngest. Foams, lots of foams. This is my oldest gels. Like, do you see how much hair this is? This is not like an optical illusion, and her hair is wet.
Yoink.
She's got a lot of hair. So when I'm talking about like things like this working excellent on her, but not working as well on me, that's what the deal is. On this baby here, I can use this for slicking these edges, but I don't use this much for styling. We are very much foams on this baby here. So yeah, thank you. Y'all can have your wonderful time. Go back to playing. Thank y'all. Please put it behind you. Thank you, Boo Boo Kitty.
Love you too.
Going back into the Ashley Marie collection. Starting off, their clarifying shampoo, wonderful. Number one, it has a 5.0 pH, which is unheard of for a clarifying shampoo. Most clarifying shampoos are gonna sit at like 7 or 8. Your hair naturally falls from 4.5 to 5.5, so the fact that you can remove buildup without removing your hair out of that natural pH is fantastic. That is amazing. The moisturizing shampoo is wonderful. It's lemon myrtle, so it smells very lemony, like lemongrass, stuff like that, but a little stronger. The lemon myrtle is all natural, so there's no artificial fragrance added in this. It's just the essential oils added. I've got about half a bottle left of it. On the conditioner, I've got about a third left in that one there. I do rather enjoy these. The conditioner doesn't give you a ton of slip, but it does give a ton of hydration. So I will say I rather enjoyed this one here. The Moisture Control Curl Cream I actually have in my hair today, so you can see the shine. I don't have to use a ton of it in there. Look at my tinsel showing. I don't have to use a ton of it in there because, again, I'm a bald-headed hoe. If you have more density, like my oldest daughter, you can go through this a bit more. You can see, like, I barely dug into this one because honestly, like I said, my oldest daughter, we use a ton of gels, leave-in and gel, and this one here is more of a curl cream. It gives a softer hold, so it's very soft to the touch. So for me, it has been fantastic, but I just use it sparingly because I don't want to weigh my hair down, and I also am not one to overuse products, so let's be honest. Speaking of being a bald-headed hoe, so this one here is called Boosted. It is by Got To Be. It's not the Got To Be glued line, but it is their Got To Be line by Schwarzkopf. Schwarzkopf is a professional brand, so whenever I see Got to Be, I'm not over here tripping about that because I know that it's the same company that's making professional products. I ended up using this year because I used to use this one here. My hair was shorter like it is now because it gives a good degree of texture. My hair can be frizzy and I can put it in there and emulsify and work in my hair, and it brings that frizz back together while making my hair look thicker. It does give the consistency though of like a texturizing pomade, so if you're not real keen on that texture feel, you may not like it, but I absolutely love this. I have 3 bottles of this that I had to buy in a 3-pack, but this has been the rebrand. So basically it used to be the Phenomenal styling paste. What is this called? Thickening styling cream. Okay, and then I could not find this anymore and I was like, what's going on? They rebranded it to just their boosted thickening cream. It is the exact same consistency, especially like if you have short hair or if you are looking for something that's going to give that texture hold and you are looking to kind of minimize on frizz, you may like this. A lot of people will not like this. Men would. Women, it's a toss-up. I did wear some braids and things this year and some twists for that. The curl piece line from Just For Me Kids, their grip glaze is amazing for that. There we go. I'll tell you straight up, I do not like this for cornrows, but for individual braids, individual twists on hair that kind of comes loose pretty easy or has a lot of slip to it, fantastic. I have used this on both of my daughters as well as myself when I was wearing braids and twists earlier this year, and I'll say the hold on it is impeccable. It is amazing. It just, yeah, it keeps those little ends from trying to pop out of your braids. It is lovely for that. However, I don't like it at all for cornrows. It doesn't have enough slip for that because when they say grip glaze, they mean it is going to grip, but it's going to give a lot of texture. And yeah, it's, when you take those braids down, you're going to have to shampoo it a couple times to get it back out of the hair. I'm coming down, I promise I'm coming down to an end here. I wanted to love this line this year. They contacted me and reached out to me and they were like, hey, you know, would you be interested in working with our brand? I loved what they were talking about. I loved everything that they were saying. They were asking me to help them out with developing the line and all that, and I was down. But then I started trying some of the products. I've tried it on multiple people, and I just feel like it was more miss than hit. This is the For You line by Tia Mowry. I absolutely loved what it stood for. I loved the fact that it had clean ingredients, it was more nature friendly, all that type of stuff. However, space, I just feel like it's not quite rich enough in certain aspects. So like the shampoo is supposed to give you hydration without stripping your moisture, but it doesn't give any slip. So you're gonna feel like it stripped your moisture, to be honest with you. Even though it is in fact giving you hydration, most people when they are seeing moisture and hydration, they're looking for slip. And that's not really present in this here. Same with the conditioner. It's gonna give you that hydration, but it's not gonna give you the slip that you're looking for, if that's what you're looking for. Are they bad products? No. I just was not in love with them. I feel like if your hair is more coily or more kinky, even if you have a curl pattern similar to mine, I don't think that you're gonna like the feel of it quite as much. Now, they did have their multi-use oil, and honestly, when I mix, like if I put some shampoo in my hands and I mix a little bit of the multi-use oil in with it, it gave me the slip I was looking for. And it felt more rich in hair. Same thing with the conditioner. This one here was the GOAT of the line. It was fantastic. It was great for giving me the extra boost that I felt like this needed. I would love to see them formulate for that because they have one that's supposed to be less moisturizing than this. So I just kind of feel like when you say moisture, give the people what they want. And unfortunately, I feel like even though it says For You and it's saying it's for all different types of curls, I feel like it was made with maybe a looser curl in mind, more like a wave. They also had a gel. The gel for me is a donate item. I did not care for it. It's supposed to have a flexible hold. I'm not sure whose version of flexible this is. On my hair, it was very, very minimal hold. I don't think that this should be called a gel. I do like the little pop and squeeze situation. The smells of everything are very light, very clean smelling. However, this one just didn't do it for me. I did not really care for this. The leave-in in their line is the standout. I would say this and the multi-use oil are the ones that I would honestly recommend. The other stuff in the line, meh, meh. If you are a flat iron girly, Color Wow Dream Coat is fantastic. They also have an extra strength one for hair that is more coarse or for hair that has more texture to it. This one here, I would say if you are loose curls down to straight hair, this one here is going to be great. The extra strength, if you have curls like mine on forward, I would go ahead and recommend the extra strength for that, but it helps out with fighting humidity. That way you're able to keep your straight styles longer without having to put heat on your hair every day, especially if you live in a humid environment. It is amazing for that. It's a little pricey, but it is professional, and it lasts for 3 to 4 shampoos. Another professional line. I honestly thought that I was going to be satisfied with. I used to work for this company, and it was a miss. It was a complete miss. It is the Chi line for curls, the aloe vera with agave nectar curls defined line. The shampoo and the conditioner were okay. You can see how little I've used. The one I've used more of course, is the conditioner. The shampoo, like, that speaks for itself. You see where that's at. The gel, I have used this twice. It felt disgusting in my hair. Never again. I would not donate this. Maybe if someone had like very, very loose waves, or honestly, if they were a vanilla person where they just wanted a product, but like when I tell you, I hated this gel. It is so gross feeling in the hair to me. It just felt in no way, like it made my hair clump together, and it made it so difficult to even finger detangle through the hair that had already been finger detangle. I do not like this. There's not enough words to say how much I don't like this. I feel like for you to not perform and not give hold and still flake, like the only other things I think I've had do that is probably the Beautiful Textures gel and the Cantu gel, and Cant is in the name of Cantu, so obviously maybe I'm using it wrong, but that's a whole lot of wrong using if that's the case. If you're one that has issues with thinning hair, alopecia, things like that, I cannot recommend enough the Bosley line. This is the scalp serum, the follicle energizer. It has caffeine in there, has a little pop-up top like this here, which is, that's cool, right? Look at that. The follicle energizer, you put it on there and like literally it turns the scalp red. Like you can see where it's working. Leave-in is amazing, still gives nice hydration, because if you ever use a line that's for hair loss, things like that, they do tend to be a little drying. Same line in this one, the deep red one, and the shampoo and the conditioner is fantastic. It gives a nice hydration to the hair. It does not strip the hair at all, and still helps out with energizing the scalp to help out with stimulating growth and all of that. So those are the products. Oh wait. I've got one more that I used this year, and this one was off of the request of several of my viewers, and that was the silicone mix. A lot of people asked me what I thought about it for curly hair, for hair extensions, things like that. I used it on my mannequin here, and honestly, I didn't notice a ton of great qualities about it. I don't think it's horrible, but I just feel like the quality of product that I use on a regular basis, including on this mannequin, like the Giovanni Ultra Moist Too Chic, does the doggone thing on this mannequin. The Cream of Nature does the doggone thing on this hair. So this here, just, it didn't match up to those. So maybe for some people in terms of like the price point, especially on your hair extensions, this might work really well. I just didn't feel like there was a ton of standout for me, and I really didn't care too much for the smell, but I won't trash the line. I just feel like it's a little overhyped, if that makes sense. And that is all I've got, boo-boo. So I know it was a long video, there's a lot of products here. Hopefully in that, if you were looking for products, you found some information that you might find interesting or something that appeals to you. But until next time, take care, God bless, and stay glam. You know I love you, boo, and have a wonderful year. Okay, love you, bye.